I don't know if many of you like the television programme Doc Martin. It's something that Helen and I quite often thoroughly enjoy watching. And I remember one day there was a particular episode and a little girl is unwell and the mother takes the little girl to the doctor and he starts to sort of ask her what's wrong, and she asks the doctor, "Doctor, am I going to die?" "Yes, of course you are, you stupid girl, but not today." And I think it's quite incredible how certain doctors have bedside manners like that. I must be honest, one at the care home we had, very, very nice man, but had a similar sort of bedside manner to that. And it's strange. I later, after that doctor had moved away, found a gentleman who was a coroner who remembers training that doctor in Penn. And he said, "Do you know what?" He said, "It's funny, I remember that name and I remember that man." He said, "You only remember two types of doctor when you're training them. You do seem to remember the ones that you think are going to be very good and do some good." He said, "And then you remember the ones that are just plain odd." And believe me, he was just plain odd. Strange. But there we are. Today we have a story about a little girl that dies. Now, obviously, it is very sad when a young person dies, and it affects people very differently to somebody that's had a very long and full life passing away. But, of course, Jesus told us that life after our death can be full, rich, and wonderful. And of course, it is Jesus Christ that has made that possible for us. There we were today. We heard about the 12-year-old girl dying. And as I said, everyone is especially sad when a young person dies. I've been very privileged over two of my careers to have worked with those who are dying and, of course, now those who are bereaved. And it is a great privilege to do that. I remember very much in the care home I worked in just before I changed my job. There was a lady there, she's a member of Cause End URC, and her daughter passed away with cancer. And she very much felt that that was the wrong way round. And we did pray with her quite a bit because she felt that was the wrong order of things. And she would have given anything to have been in her daughter's place. As I say, young people that haven't had a chance to live very long and enjoy the world, that makes things very sad. But Jesus brings that young girl back to life. And of course, he can do that. So she has come back from death into the circle of life. So, of course, at some point, way on from that, perhaps after a long and happy life, that girl will again pass away. But of course, what happens then? She will have left this earthly life for good and, of course, head into the heavenly kingdom and into that life with Jesus Christ that lasts forever. When we get to the point of our death, Jesus will be there and he will be calling us into that life and welcoming us. And because we know his voice from a lifetime of prayer, we will be very happy to move towards it and find him waiting there for us.